stress.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlantis. This is season 10, episode 7. Let's just go ahead and get into it. If you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channels, channels with an S, to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all don't have to subscribe to Jaylee's Corner, which is this channel, but also to Jaylee's Corner Talk. I have some great content on there, and more content is added every day, or at least every 2 days. So do not forget to subscribe to both channels, because one is a backup. This is my main, but y'all know how it goes. Please and thank you. Do not forget to also like this video, comment in the comments section. You can also hit the little share button to share it on your social media, on your Twitter or your Facebook, to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. Also inhale and exhale, because it just helps you feel better. You can also follow me on social media. On Twitter, it's Jaylee's Corner. Just Jaylee's Corner on Twitter. But on IG, it's J_Lees_Corner. Like the video and subscribe. All up and through. Now, let's get into what happened on this episode. I do feel like we are getting more into the other character stories, so it's better today, because I was really tired of focusing on solely Yandy. Now, I'm not too happy either that next week looks like, they're going to Dubai. I don't know why or who told them we want more Yandy, but somebody lied, but I'm going to let that be as well. So I did this in a different order than the show, but let's get into my little notes or whatever. So we see it starts off with Omeretta. Omeretta is at her father's grave site. She has not forgave her mom. Because her and mom are still at odds, because she feels like her mama would not admit how she was wrong, how she raised her. Her mama went out and did this and that and that and this that she did not agree with. Now she made her with her sister, but her mama, whatever. So the sister and Amaretto are at Amaretta's father's gravesite. Her father was killed when she was 1 year old, and her mom found him outside. Somebody shot him and killed him. And so again, that's traumatic, That's traumatic. But she brings up how her safe space where she can release all her emotions or whatever is at her father's grave. That's where she goes and she cries, And she puts it all into the dirt, Fine. Now, she feels like any conversation with anybody who does not understand her point of view, where she coming from, will always lead to a dead end conversation, because she still feel like her mama was not there always growing up. And I feel like this. People sometimes don't understand. People do not have to agree with you in order to understand you. People sometimes do have two different vantage points. And when you want someone to only see your vantage point, even if that's not what they experience, that can cause the disconnects. And I feel like sometimes Amaretto just wants to be right about how she felt versus wanting to be understood about what she felt. That's just my opinion or whatever. So the sister brings up how, I want you to know that mom feels the same way. She feels as if people do not understand her pain and what she went through too. And it's always about what somebody else went through. So the same way you feel like people don't get you, that's how mama feels too. Again, because both of them are trying to not hear the other one out. Amaretto wants mama to admit something that her mama does not want to admit, and it is button heads. Button heads. But again, she brings up how I think you should talk to your mama, our mama, because your dad will want y'all two to be close, how close him and mom was. Because again, her mom finding the father killed broke the mom too. So the mom has pain from losing, and again, that's her only parent. So you should do what you're gonna do. So we do see she goes and talks to her mom later on, at a photo shoot. Well, she was at a photo shoot. Her mom came to see her at the photo shoot. They look like twins. Beautiful goddesses out here twinning it. Anyway, Amaretto says to her mom how, I just expected more from you because you were the only parent I had left, but I also don't want to keep on fighting you. And this is the thing. You can expect your parent to be something that they don't know how to be, just because that's what you want. And I heard someone before say, some people who have kids aren't meant to be parents, but also some people who have kids, they are parents, but they just may not be the parent you want them to be. It doesn't make them bad or good. It just depends on the situation. And when her mom brought up how, well, I understand that. I understand that you wanted more. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the perfect mom because I didn't have a blueprint on how to be a mom. That's something else. You can expect someone to know how to do something they would never train to do. Okay, it's hard out here for parents all up to do, and even me, because I didn't have a bad childhood at all, but my bio father wasn't a good father, and now at 39 I get because he didn't play with doing. I was lucky to have had my mom who was amazing and my dad, may rest in peace, who stepped in when we was in the first grade as my father. We were lucky to have two people in our lives who raised us right. But my bio dad, he had no fucking idea. Okay. Anyway, literally. But again, the mom was just saying now, she did not have a blueprint. So she tried the best she could, even though she was not what Amaretto wish she was. Okay. But she also brings up how I know when you got older, things happen that made us not be so close. It broke our bond, it broke our trust. But I want to build that bond back up, build that trust back up with you step by step. Okay. And she brings up also how she know how she break down at the grave site. And it's like, I have pain because I know you had pain that you never had your father in your life. And so it hurts me that I can give you that. And that's why I kept thinking, like, the fact that Amaretto was 1 year old when her father was killed, it's like she probably barely has any memory of him. But because her mama was there, she just held on to my daddy ain't here and my mama here and she ain't who I thought she would be. And, I really sometimes feel like kids who lose parents at such an early age that they have no recollection, they kind of blame the parent who's left if they aren't this amazing parent, as if it's that parent's fault. The other parent isn't there. And I like that Amaretto said while sitting there talking to her mama, someone told her to like let that her daddy told her, let that go. Okay, let that go. You can't expect one parent to be a supernova parent because the other one isn't there, because they may not be able to live up to that, and that makes things harder for you and that parent. So I'm happy that they were able to have that conversation and they both were able to one hear each other, understand each other, and then start back to want to mend that fence. And I'm out like, I love you, whatever. Now if I've ever hurt you, I'm so sorry. And they hugged and made up. So cool, cool, cool. Again, they like twins. Like Bobsy twins, okay? So yeah. Next up there was a celebration for Ahmaud Arbery. May rest be his birthday. Y'all know I'm like I can't, what I'm saying. So the Until Freedom people were there. I know I seen my Sean there. I seen Tamika Mallory. Yandy was there. Yandy brought little Mendices. I seen Tamika Mallory had her son. Was her son or her daughter? Her child. I can't think what it was. I can't think what it was. Even my son had his son there. My son's name is Nice Son. So my son with an M, and then Nice Son with an N. Girl, bye. Anyway, Jock was there, and Jock and my son had a conversation. Mainly because Jock's son did not show up, even though he was invited. So Jock brings up how I'm saying, we kind of have a hard time right now. I'm saying he brings up how, well, me and my son is chilling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not really up. We good. You know what I'm saying? It's fine, fine, fine. But the minute I get on his case about something that he isn't doing right, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to hear it. So that could be the reason that he did not show up. Jock brings up how there was a shooting in his club because there was a guy there, and the guy was a friend of his son. Okay, so his son's friend, who the son won't stop being friends with, like got into a fight with security at Jock Club, started shooting in Jock Club too. It got Jock Club shot down. Shot down. It got his club shut down. And again, the son won't stop hanging out with the guy who did all this. And again, he was on the news and all these things. So Jock is frustrated that one, you making the wrong decisions. Okay, that's one. And for two, you hanging out with somebody who damn near, took my livelihood and could have got you killed. Anything could have happened based on him fighting the security in the club and then shooting off in the club. Who does that? Okay. So again, he's upset with that. Okay. I can't believe this shit. And my son brought up how, when I was younger, I don't listen to nothing. It took a while for it to click for me. Okay. And so sometimes it takes time for whoever for it to click. And Jock said something great. Like he's like, I just hope he gets time for it to click. Because again, so many people don't get time to get it right. We see every day people involved in bullshit and their life is taken off some senseless bullshit that they probably was not even doing. So you out here hanging with somebody who doing some fuck shit. Okay, at my place of business at that, and you could have gotten, hurt in that. So I hope he has time for it to click because he ain't doing shit right now. Okay, so later on we do see Jock talking to a son of mine, and they playing basketball, chit chat and everything, and you can tell Amani has a chip on his shoulder whenever Jock tries to really parent him, and that could be for, excuse me, a number of reasons. I know Jock brought up before how he wasn't around as much for his kids back in the day because he was out working. Okay, so it could be a thing about, saying, you barely raised me, don't try to father me now. Okay, that could be the chip. Or could this be, I'm a hard head knucklehead right now and I ain't listening. I, at one point in time, was a knucklehead too. Y'all have seen my 3 times, more coming. So again, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, so when Amani brings up how, Jock asked him, well, how's your new job going, son? Oh, well, Dad, I got into an altercation with my cousin at the job. At the at the job, he got into an altercation with his cousin at his job, and he got fired. I'm looking like, oh, you still making dumb decisions? And Jock said, like, look, you know what I'm saying? These little small bad decisions add up, okay, and they lead you to bigger bad decisions. You start wondering, like, how the fuck did I get to this big bad place because of all these little bad decisions you made that added up to prison or death or whatever else in between? So, like, I just want him to make better choices because I know he know better, but he's still making dumb decisions. And Jock's son is like maybe 20, 21. He now over 21. I know he's like 18, 19, 20, 21, somewhere up in there. And he then brings up, these bad decisions that you're making, including, what I'm saying, old boy who almost lost his life at my club or whatever, up there fussing with security, fighting with security, and then shooting off in the club. Anybody could have, anything could have happened that night. I'm saying, and that's why I called you when I went off. So Jock called his son, I guess, cussed him out, not cussed him out, but went off because he's still upset that Amani is still hanging out with this person. And he was like, if you still hang around with somebody who almost cost me my livelihood that I use to provide for my children and my family, I can't fuck with you. You dead to me. Now, Jock, that was a bit too far, but sometime in the heat of arguments between fathers and sons, shit gets said that's too far, and you haven't discussed it. But I get what he meant. If you still deal with him, I can't fuck with you because you bring somebody around me who could cause all of us all of this shit. And how would you not see that? I agree. I can't rock with anybody who damn near cause any damage or harm to anyone I love. I can't fuck with you, okay? But that's on me. I'm older, okay? And so his son, like, I just don't get you ever saying him saying that I'm dead to you. I'm your flesh and blood. Because you round folk who could have got you killed, could have got me killed, could have got the security killed, could have shot the waitress who, like, the dude, just shot five, 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 five. I'm saying, and anyone could have got hurt. Why are you hanging around them people? Like, why do that? Look what he did to me. My club got shut down. I think it's back open, but again, it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? And he just saying how, you should not want to be around someone like that, and you keep fucking with him, and I don't get it. And the crazy part is, Amani issue is, well, you say you making it seem like I'm a bad person. You on a TV show fussing, and you want to make it seem like I'm the bad person. And I'm like, he's so confused. He don't get Jock not telling him anything wrong. Jock not telling him anything to make him be a villain. Jock is just saying you hang around somebody who on some fuck shit and you need to stop being around him. Periods. Okay. Not because of any other reason besides that boy on some fuck shit and he up there shooting in clubs. That's not who you should be around. But Amani's so pissed off and fuck the show and saying I ain't gonna do this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You act like I'm against you. Got these folks on this show, on this TV show, like I'm against you. I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? You see the producers walking up because again, that didn't broke the fourth wall. And Amani walking up and Jack like, look, I ain't filming no more right now, whatever. Because at the end of the day, that's my son, and this ain't no TV shit. I'm not gonna be fussing with my son on TV, so I'm done filming. And I think his frustration, because he also said how him so my son has never talked to me like that. He has never disrespected me like that. So we can't do this shit. Like he on some bullshit. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, but I appreciate this honesty. This is the love hip hop I want. It's real shit. You know what I'm saying? A part of me feel like the whole Yandy and DC stuff. That shit seem a little bit fake on Yandy's. No problem, leave that be. But I appreciate the realness of the folks from Atlanta. This is what I want to see. This is what I live for. My throat's so dry, I cannot be yelling like that. Anyway, so we see that Spice is having an album release party and people is there. Okay, we got Yandy, we see Carly Red, Safari, Sierra, Rashida, um, Carly's daughter. I don't know who that man is sitting up on the couch behind Rashida. I'm like, I have no clue who he is and why he's sitting there. I'm gonna leave that be. But we do see Yandy and Rashida talk at first by themselves. You know, Rashida brings up how her kids who grown or whatever keep fussing, and you know what I'm saying, having all these issues. Which makes Yandy bring up how, you know, well, yeah, my foster daughter. When Yandy said, you know, I'm having 17-year-old kid issues, Rashida said, who's no, I'm having 19-year-old issues with kids. She said, who 19? The fact that Rashida had no idea or it didn't click in her head about affinity to me proves she not in that lady life like that. Because how you don't know. Anyway, but again, she brings up how, you know what I'm saying, I have issues with my foster daughter because she's 19 or whatever, and she came here and we was gonna help her get a place and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And she told us that she didn't want that. I'm like, first of all, what you did not say was what she wanted was to be around y'all. She didn't come here to, you know, not live with y'all. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. But she also brought, oh yeah, she went back to New York. I seen Infinity's, she made a YouTube page or whatever and a video where she was talking about how good her grades were, how she's in college in New York, how hard she is working to make people proud. And what I realized that she said that I never thought about, she said, people don't get how quickly my life changed once Yandy started fostering me on television. Because my life went from no one caring what I said or whatever to people like following what I said and it was an issue and whatnot. So she's brought up how she never had a like transitional period to where, okay, it went from one thing to the next so fast there was no in between. Okay, but I'm proud that at least currently on her YouTube page she looks to be, you know, doing good. She's in school. She wants to finish college. She's going to be a sophomore in college. That's good. So fine. But I still feel like Yandy, that lady, I mean, Yandy and Mendici use that girl a little bit and whatnot. I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, we do see Spice has a new song with Shaggy and also with Sean Paul or whatever. Now she's been battling her record label for 10 years. This is her first album that she's put out in 10 years. I did not think that about. I didn't know that. We do see what's this picture? She performed. Did I pull up the? I didn't pull the picture of her performing because she performed. Where's the picture? And it reminded me of Jocelyn, but you know, better. That's not nice. but it's true. Um, Come on, StreamYards. There we go. So she performed with Shaggy there, whatever. It was cute. It was a whole little cute Carrie Ann moment. She was not in a little cute little thing. Cute, 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 cute. Now she then comes out, okay, and we meet her boyfriend. Okay, her boyfriend Justin. And the cat like he looks familiar. Do we oh Justin worked in production. Okay, he's a production person there for Love and Hip Hop. Okay, and now her and Justin are a whole couple. She's happy with that man. He's happy with her. Cool, cool, cool. Now we later see them. They was kissing. Okay, all in the mouth. Okay, and whatnot. But later on at the house, when they sit around chit chatting or whatever, and she brings up how, we had a whole pandemic relationship because we started dating in the pandemic or whatnot. So I was not touring during the pandemic and whatnot. And now that things are getting better, I'm going to get back to touring. So, I'm going to have to get up out this, black hair wig and put on my blue hair wig or whatever. And this fool then said he don't mind her having a tour, but she will need to calm down her show because she's no longer single. I said, you dating someone named Spice, where she said, I'm the queen of dance hall. I do dance hall music. He said, well, no, the music to me is like fucking. I'm like, it's not fucking. It's dance. It's who she. I hate when people get with people and you know what they do, and you then have an issue with what they do. You want them to alter it for you. I'm like, fuck no, fuck no. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. And I'm happy. She's like, no, I don't like it, whatever. And she walked away. Now, I'm sure we'll see more happen with that later. I'm going to leave that be. So we then see BK Scrap and who was the BK Scrappy and Safari all meet up and add a little axe throwing thing or whatever to release some stress and some tension or whatnot. Now again, they bring up how Sierra has, her and BK aren't together anymore. How she took the ring back, he got her, and she exchanged it for the jewelry. And excuse me, when Safari brings up how he has talked to her about different jewelry, whatever, they're like, no, you can't do that. Like, you gotta pick either BK or Sierra. He said, well, I can't do that right now, okay, because she's been in the baby shower for my wife and your wife too. Scrap. He's like, what? I I ain't even know that. I didn't know that shit. So he didn't. He's surprised or whatever. Now he said he feel like he does everything for Erika, but even when he does everything, she still be tripping or whatever. I don't know what's wrong. I'm saying, like, she'll ask me to do one thing, I'll start doing that. She'll then ask me to do something different, and then if I don't do it immediately, she will then do it and then say it's because I did not do it fast enough. I'm like, girl, look, Scrap and Bambi got married too fast, had kids too fast, and they have not had time to be husband and wife. They went from fucking around to girlfriend and boyfriend to we quickly got engaged, married, and now we on baby number 3. And we every time I have a baby, another is back to back. Y'all have not been husband and wife. It's too much. Now he brings up how he has a new song out or whatever. So because it's a new song out, it's got a little bit of buzz. So he has to be out here trying to promote the song so that it can blow up because it's been a long time since he had a hit. Now I can admire him knowing I haven't had a hit in a while. And if I do have a record out, I need to promote it because then how else I'm going to make money? I feel like people don't get Scrap not doing shit else to my knowledge. So I almost don't be feeling like he's wrong for trying to make money in music if he's not gonna do anything else. Okay, try to make some money some kind of way, but he also needs to learn you cannot abandon your wife in the process of that. At the same time, who gonna pay the bills? Who gonna have the money? Yeah, he's on baby number 3, his 4th. Okay, so again, they both need to have income to support the family, but again, they need to balance that shit. He can't just be going all the time, leaving her to do everything. At the same time, she can't expect him to not want to work to promote his album. So I don't know. But again, him working on music right now is causing friction because again she's pregnant, tired, and she's over it. Now Safari brings up how him and Erika are also not good or whatever. That Erika asked him to go get some diapers and stuff or whatever. He told her, "Okay, I'm gonna do it right when I get done." She then threw stuff at him or whatever, was breaking or whatever, and he showed like the little video of all the mess because she was pissed. And his thing, like, I don't like we ain't talking right now, okay? Because I don't deal with like physical shit. So when she gets physical, I kinda like, you know what? I can't do it. And he seemed like type. I'm looking like, what you got with Erika Mina? Clearly she's a bit batshit crazy. We've all seen that. And you like, girl, I'm gonna leave that be. I don't even care. But he brings up how they had a trip plan to Miami, and because he's booked in Miami for a show, he's gonna go. And she can go if she wants to, but again, he like, you know, I'm going because I'm booked. Maybe she won't. I just it's a mess. Okay. And from there we see Erika, Bambi, and Sierra all meet up, separately or whatever, talking and whatnot. Because again, Sierra is planning this fake ass baby shower. So Erika brings up all the same thing. Like, look, me and Scrap beefing. Okay, he gets emotional and whatnot. I'm saying he'll say he wants a divorce. Then when he calmed down or whatever, he went out and addressed the bullshit he said once he was mad, as if it never happened. So that, of course, is driving her crazy. So she felt like we should have divorced. Like, we should really divorce. I've already kind of contacted a lawyer and everything. I'm saying because I can't keep doing this shit or whatever. And then he gonna tell me that he's going to Miami to work on music as if he cannot work on it here in Atlanta. So that pissed her off too because she's having a difficult pregnancy and she's not supposed to like carry the kids. She's not supposed to be doing shit. So how I have a whole hard pregnancy and you do not want to be here? You want to leave and go report elsewhere? You want some fuck shit, okay? So we then see them at her little store. Okay, a full blown argument. I mean, I'm like, if this how they argue on camera, I can't imagine how it is off camera. So she feel like he's smoking and drinking, which he does not have anything to do with music. He takes trips out of town. He don't need to. He can work on music in Atlanta. He only helps around the house when it benefits him, and how she has to wake up all the time to make bottles. He does not. And also, she never gets any rest. Okay. Those are her issues. He then said, well, I do help around the house all the time. Okay. I do drink and smoke in the studio. Okay. But I come home and I sleep it off while y'all sleep too. Okay. And then my work is not just in Atlanta. Like, I'm not stationed in Atlanta how your shop is in Atlanta because you have a store here. Okay, you can't go. You can't go anywhere because you have a store here. I don't have a store here. Also that he checks. I don't know. It was dumb. Um, she brings up how he be out to 3 a.m. or whatever when he not even booked for shows. He then say, well, you don't get musicians have to work. Musicians, you have a new song out, you have to work the record even when you're not booked. Now we'll say that's true. Sometimes people think put a song out, sit back and don't do shit. Everybody can't do that. Some folks have to work the record. So I do agree he has to work the record, but it has to make sense for your family too. Y'all need to hire a fucking if y'all have one, hire a nanny. If y'all not afford a nanny, hire someone to help her while you're out working. Because the issue is she's tired as fuck because she's doing it on her own. I never get how folks who are supposed to be rich and balling won't hire help when they're overwhelmed. When both parents are working, I don't get it. Daddy ain't doing shit. Okay, fuck you, daddy. I'm gonna hire me a nurse. Fuck you. Again, and then eventually I'll divorce you. But again, I'm like, you need to get her some help. If you can't be there, Scrap, because you're working, get your wife some fucking help. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. So he then brings up how she never says thank you. Okay, how he even helped her get the money to open her shop, which then pissed her off. What? When I met you, when I met you, I had money. Okay, your life was getting cut off. I helped you. I'm like, not Bambi saying that Scrap life was getting cut off and she had to help me pay the light bill, bitch. I said, oh, not the light bill. But again, that's why he need to work. He was slacking on the light bill. Okay. So then when she said that, he said, well, no, I helped you too. You helped me, yes, but I also helped you. I'm like, at this point, y'all are fussing. Okay. It is a fuss. It is crazy. Okay, it is crazy. And she brings up how people think he's a good father because he puts his kids on his IG for a little bit of time or whatnot. He's not the father of the year. And he said, well, you used to tell me I was a good husband. You were. You were. You stopped being that a long time ago. So I don't want your fucked up energy at the baby shower. Your energy fucked up too. I don't like your. I'm like, this shit is crazy because it was a full fledged argument. I was like, bitch. And it wasn't fake. I'm like, no. So he leaves because again, she over. I was like, girl, they need counseling. Ayala. Ayala. So we then see the baby shower. Okay, Sierra and them planning this little baby shower. The decorations were cute. They were really, really cute. Okay, but to have a baby shower for two people who are at odds with their husbands right now was stupid. Okay, someone should have uninvited the husbands because it was crazy. They all came separate. Erika, look, Safari came by himself. Scrap came by himself but had the son Braylon. I'm like, what are we doing? What is going on? And when Rashida and Sierra tell both of the men, like, we don't care what issues y'all have because right now, focus on y'all wife being pregnant. Scrap, not scrap. Safari said, nah, you know what I'm saying? That pregnancy use, that shit don't work no more. And Scrappy agrees. I'm looking like this shit is messy. Okay. Now Erica arrived by herself with their daughter. We see Bambi arrive by herself with their two kids. And it's just crazy. Okay. And Erica brings up how you know what I'm saying they were supposed to go to Miami, but he then told her she should stay home. Okay, and that he then texted her and told her that he will always put himself before her. So they should probably just separate. I was looking like, first of all, I'm like, why are y'all having this conversation at the baby shower? Why? Why are the men having a conversation? And why is Erica bringing up the things that he is? I'm like, what? Because all this is going to do is bring tension to you, to him, to your guests. I don't want to discuss issues at a celebration. I don't. If I'm pissed at you, I'm gonna be pissed at you from over here. Cause y'all ain't talking. He on one side, she on the other. So like don't bring up y'all bullshit. Y'all both need to shut the fuck or whatever. So when she's talking to ladies saying what he said or whatever, how you full of shit, he hear her talking shit. So what does he do? I'm leaving. Safari left his own baby shower. Honey, I said this Negro here, okay? He left. He said because Erica's up here performing for the crowd of people. She wants attention. I kind of agree, but don't get me wrong. Safari ain't shit, but I do not want to bring my marital issues to my baby shower. I will only do it if I want attention for me. Don't want to do that. Anyway, so again, he left. He left. He done. I'm over it. I'm leaving. I'm done, done, done. Done, done, done. Erica is in a confessional. He tore my heart out. He showed me he really did not care. He really showed me what I wanted to see. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming around this time is when the whole divorce we done happened. But I'm leave that be. And we see Bambi who's talking to Rashida. You see Kirk and Mendices who was talking to Scrap. And they telling Scrap, look, where you can't be done with your marriage. You do not want to quit your marriage right now. Scrap brings up how you saying, look, we've been having issues and whatnot. And Kirk said, yeah, because y'all got married and had babies back to back to back. And then Scrap then brings up how he had noticed she took her ring off, stopped wearing it. So he then took his ring off. Okay, because if she ain't gonna wear her ring, why would I wear mine? And then Rashida's talking to Bambi, and Bambi, like him saying, Scrap on some bullshit or whatever. I want him to leave. I do not want him here, okay, because he on some bullshit. I'm over it. I want divorce or whatever. You see how neither one of us is wearing our rings. I'm like, Honey, this was a good episode because it was so much that went on, okay? But anyway, I am done, 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 done. If you have watched this to the end, I need you to put a comment in the comment section and in some kind of way use the word water bottle, metal straw, and fingernail clipper. You got to make some kind of sentence out of those three words, okay? Water bottle, metal straw, and fingernail clipper. And you have to do it so that nobody else knows what you're talking about. Okay, that's how I know you watched the whole thing. Anyway, gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, peace.